Hey everyone, this is Georgia with Georgia's Crafty Creations, and it's been a while since I did a video because during the fall from October till actually the end of January I am extremely busy. So I'm hoping maybe this summer when I'm not so busy is to do some extra videos and schedule them for the fall when I'm too busy to be on. So the card I'm going to show you how I did today is this slide pop-up card, which I made a Valentine's card for my husband, and I'm going to show you how I made it. Now the supplies I'm going to use for this card, I've got a piece of purple cardstock for the back, and then I have white for my mat and also for my pull card. Now for my paper here, I used Melody Lane's Designs digital paper, and I used a piece of paper from the Zoey set. This is number 4, and the reason I chose this is I like all the different colors, and depending on how you want to color scheme your card, from this one sheet of paper you could do pinks, you could do greens and blues, you could do greens and orange or yellow. So depending on where you want to cut it, depends on your color scheme. And I chose to cut it with a little bit of the pinks and the purples because I wanted a purple background. I didn't want to do a traditional red Valentine's card. And also I will share this file with you. I have it in Cricut. If you want to make it by hand, I will link the video. I found this. It was by Jan Brown, and she did a Christmas card, which I also did a Christmas card this past fall with this style, but did not get a video done. I will probably have one later in the year, you doing a Christmas card. So let's get started putting it together. Now I have my base card. I have my mat, my top piece, and then my tag that's going to pull in and out of the card. And the first thing you're going to want to do is, this is scored by Cricut, so all you have to do is fold it over on the score line and score it. And I should use my score tool, but just use my finger. And once you do that, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your mat and just put some adhesive on the back. This actually, it looks difficult, but it's actually a very quick card to put together. So I'm going to go ahead and get my mat lined up. And that looks pretty good. Now usually I do something on the inside also, but this is a Valentine for my husband and I just really want to write inside, so this one I'm going to leave blank inside. Now the next step you're going to do is right here, you have a piece that it has 2 score lines. And the reason you need this piece is for your card going in and out, this is going to stabilize it so it doesn't turn as you're pulling it in and out. And there's 2 score lines. You're going to want to fold on those score lines. And then you're going to take your front panel piece and flip it over. And you're going to want to put adhesive just on this middle part of your stabilizer. And then what I do, I have a little lip here that I just line this up with the bottom of that notch in your card. And go ahead and push that down. And then you're going to fold one piece over and you're just going to put a little adhesive on the very end of it and bring your other piece over. And that's going to stabilize your card going in and out. Right like that. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to attach your front panel to your card. Now you don't want to put any glue along this top edge here, but you can put glue across your stabilizer because that will help it also stay in one place and just make it a little stronger as you're pulling in and out. And then I'm going to put glue down the side. I'm going to put it in. Do not put any glue on this cutout portion because you're going to be sliding that. You just want to get it on the outside edges. And then once you get your adhesive on, you're just going to take and line that up where you want it. And to me that looks pretty good. And you're going to press this down. Now the next thing you're going to do is take your tag, and what I did is I corner rounded the edges, or this is actually a little bit more decorative. It's a Fisker's punch, just to give it a little more character to it. And then what you're going to do is, if you look in the top of your card, you'll see your stabilizer right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. You're going to slip your card down in through that stabilizer. And that will allow your card to slip down into it. And I know what I did wrong. Here's a mistake I did. Make sure you don't do what I did. But we can fix it. It will just take a minute. When you put your tape along the inside, do not put it right down this middle portion like I did. I'm going to have trouble getting that off of there. I don't know where my eraser is for my glue. So we're just going to see if we can get it peeled up off. Yeah, once you get it started going, it'll come up off of there. It just takes a minute to do it. Oh, I found my eraser for my glue. So I'm just going to take and erase off that glue. See if that's gonna. I'm gonna slip my little card in there. Yep, that should work now. So once again, so that's what not to do. Do not put glue on the inner part of that. So we're gonna stick this down again. Get it where I want it. And now, since I know my card's going to go out, I'm going to go ahead and press this down securely. Now, I'm going to pop my card back in. And another thing you can do, which I have done on this card, is use the red line tape, because that will keep it even more secure. And I'm going to open this up for a minute, just so I can get my card going in straight. And once I get it down to the bottom, I'm going to stop with it. And the next part we're going to do is, this has two score lines. There's one here at the bottom that you're going to fold up. And then there's one in the middle that you just fold in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of red line tape and put it across this bottom. I want something secure so it doesn't tear off of there. And you really only need one piece that will hold it. So I'm going to put one across there, and I'm going to peel my tape off. And then I'm going to smooth this flat so we make sure and get the bottom of that edge. And then once you have that, when you pull your card, and I'm probably going to end up sticking some red line tape down there, because since I peeled it up, it seems to be popping up. So we're just going to stick a couple pieces in there. I think as crafters, we can't be afraid to show mistakes, because it's in our mistakes that we learn, and in our mistakes we help others to maybe not repeat that mistake. So I'm going to get a piece for the other side. Just a little piece, because the sides seem pretty good. It's just right at the top. And I'm going to lift that up and stick this piece in here. There we go. So then as our card pulls up, you can put messages on the inside, You can put one here. You can stamp up here, which I'm going to do. Now for this one, since it's a Valentine's, and that one's, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and tie my, no I'm not. I'm not going to tie my ribbon yet because I want to stamp. So the stamp set I'm going to be using is I'm going to use May Made It. It's her Love Is stamp set. And we're going to be using the sentiment that says, I have found the one my soul loves. And we're going to be using the 2 small textured hearts. And we're going to use the little solid heart. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to pull it way back, because I want to be able to get down here to stamp. And I'm just going to place my stamp where I want it, which that is good right there. And I'm going to be using Fun Stamper's Journey Deep Lilac ink. I like using purple on this one. And I'm okay if this is angled. And I also have the wrong ink. I put the wrong lids on. Here is my purple, because we're also going to be using bubblegum color also. And I'm just going to take that and stamp it at an angle. And I'm going to pull my sentiment off, and I'm going to grab one of the textured hearts. And we're going to stamp that on this side, except we're going to turn it that way. And then I'm also going to stamp one of the textured hearts up here on the top. Just one of them. And then I'm going to do like a shadow one. Then I'm going to pull that one off. I'm going to get my other textured heart. And I'm going to do it in bubblegum ink from Fun Stamper's Journey. And we're going to put one of it up here. And then a shadow. And I'm going to do another one. You can stamp as little as you want for this. It doesn't matter. And then I'm going to grab my little heart. I'm going to put one in purple. And then I'm going to do the same and do a couple pink ones. Put one little pink one down at the bottom. And we're done with our stamping for this one. And then what I made for the outside of the Valentine's card is I wanted a heart. Now Melody Lane has also started making SVGs, and I'm going to do a short video to show you how to upload her SVGs and get it into Cricut. But the other thing I did on this, the chomas has an adapter now where you can engrave on paper. So I did engraving and then colored this because I just wanted to give it a little color. And then the last thing you need to do is you're going to put adhesive on the back of your heart. Put your heart down. And then what I do to decide where I want it is I'll set my heart on here and get the placement I want for it. And then I'll actually turn it over and just put a little line here on the back. So that kind of tells me, when I put the line back here, where I want to put my foam squares. I want to stay in this area with my foam squares. So I'm going to just put a few foam squares on here. And peel them off. This would have been a quick card if I didn't mess up my glue. And then I'm going to take my heart and kind of set it where I want it. And then I'm going to take a piece of purple ribbon and we're going to put it through our tag. And just pull it, and then I'm just going to angle my ends a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and push my card down. And there you have it. You just pull it up, push it in. And then you can open the card and write a message in, or you can stamp, do whatever you like. Now, in the file that I created, I did the hearts. I did not put the SVG because I can't share the file with the SVG. But I also put an oval and a rectangle, so you could do different things for your topper. You could do whatever you like for the topper.